primary ignition.
Welcome to Unlimited Power. My name is D-Rod, and thank you so much for watching one of my pre-release guides for Star Wars Unlimited's newest set, Legends of the Force. Now, in this guide, we're going to be focusing on the leader and their unique ability and commons and uncommons found within the set that work well with this leader. Yes, there's probably a rare or legendary or two that also pair well with your leader, but because you're limited on the amount of packs that you're opening, we're going to be focusing on the cards that you're going to have more access to within your card pool. And don't forget to enter my Guess the Showcase giveaway that we're going to be running, where you can win a custom merch bundle that includes dice, tokens, and token holders. All you have to do is guess which showcase leader I'm going to pull from the Carbonite case live on July 5th on stream. There's a link in the description below with more details on how you can sign up. Because we're likely to pull more than one type of showcase, there can be multiple winners. With that said, let's go ahead and look at this Legends of the Force leader. Another spotlight hero that you're going to find in your pre-release kit is Qui Gon Jinn. Let's go ahead and take a look at their abilities. Now, Qui Gon Jinn is making his way into Star Wars Unlimited, and his action ability says that you can exhaust him, use the Force, and return a friendly, non-leader unit to its owner's hand. Play a non-villain aspect unit that costs less than the return unit from your hand for free. All right. As an epic action, if you control 6 or more resources, deploy this leader. When he's deployed, they are a Force 7, and it says when this unit completes an attack and survives, you may return a friendly non-leader unit to its owner's hand. Play a non-villain unit that costs less than the return unit from your hand for free. So, in short, you will always bounce a unit and play a unit from your hand that costs less. You're not going to be playing a villain card, so you don't really have to worry about that text. You just have to make sure you have units that have great effects when you can play them. So mostly win played effects, and try to find a cycle that works with you throughout your match. Let's go ahead and take a look at some key card abilities that you should be looking for. The first one's going to be the Youngling Padawan. You need the Force to use Qui-Gon's ability. Youngling Padawan is a 2-cost unit that says when played, the Force is with you. So automatically we see some value in a card like this. The next one is going to be Chirrut Imwe. This card has Sentinel, and not only is it a Sentinel, but has a way of protecting itself by saying when it's attacked, it can use the Force to lower the attacking unit's power. Now, Sentinel units are going to be helpful here because you can bounce them back to your hand when they're on their lowest amount of health, and then play them again the next turn, ensuring that your opponent is just coming up against this wall over and over and over. Then you have when played effects that can strengthen units' attacks, like Asajj Ventress. When you play her or attack, you give a friendly Force unit +2/+0 for the phase. By throwing her back in or bouncing her back, you can ensure you're going to get this bonus every time you play her. Now let's get more specific and start looking at some cards within each aspect. BD1 is a ground unit that costs 1 and is a 1/3 with Hidden. When played, choose another friendly unit. While this unit is in play, the chosen unit gets +1/+0 and gains Saboteur. This low-cost unit ensures that you could always be able to play it with Qui-Gon's ability, and it's going to give an attack bonus to a unit you already have in play. Stinger Mantis, however, is a little bit different. It says when played, you may deal 2 damage to an exhausted unit. So the Stinger isn't, a great unit, but it can really add up with something like Qui-Gon with the ability of bouncing it back from your hand and playing low-cost units over and over and getting that 2 damage coming back in. In the aggression aspect, we see Jedi Knight that says when played, if you have the initiative, deal 2 damage to an enemy ground unit. I love it because it costs 3, so it's easy to put out. And then same thing with Hyena Bomber, which is another 3-cost unit that says when played, if you control a red unit, you may deal 2 damage to a ground unit. We see damage and attacking a lot with aggression aspect cards, so this type of ability you should be looking for, again, with someone like Qui-Gon. In the command aspect, we see Maz Kanata, who says when played, you may attack with a Force unit. It gets +2/+0. And then the Jedi Temple Guards, who have Ambush and Restore. Both of these cards do something on enter. They have abilities that are either going to strengthen your damage or heal your base. So a lot of positives with these 2 cards. For Vigilance, Owen Lars is a 1-cost unit that says when defeated, search the top 5 cards of your deck for a Force unit, reveal it, and draw it. I like a card like Owen only because it will ensure that you're getting more cards, and you're really going to want to have a lot of options with someone like Qui Gon. We also have the Itinerant Warrior. They're a 4-cost 4/4 with shielded, and when played, you may use the Force, and if you do, heal 3 damage from a base. A little bit harder here, depending on how you're using the Force, but getting that shield back on the Warrior is going to be great. You can essentially player, have her attack something, then bounce her, player again, eventually with that shield over and over, similar to your Sentinel units. In the heroic aspect, we see the Jedi Vector, which is a great Jedi staple because it gets bonuses for every Jedi, or if you have a Jedi and a lightsaber in play. And then the Gungan Warrior, which has shielded and restore, which we've already talked about. These low-cost units with shields do matter because Qui-Gon can put them into play really easily. They may not be as bounce-worthy as you would like because there are going to be few cards that cost less than them. However, if you're able to get a couple of different hits out of them with that before they die, then the value has been accomplished. And next we're going to see Ravening Gundark, which is a 5-cost 5/4, which is when played, deals 1 damage to a ground unit, and the Curious Flock. Curious Flock is a 1-cost 1/1 that says you may pay up to 5 resources. For each resource paid this way, give an experience token to the unit. So if you end up bouncing it because it's too low, and you can play it back again for a higher cost, it's a really interesting card to use with Qui-Gon. So let me know if you end up playing Qui-Gon Jinn at your local pre-release or sealed event. Let me know what aspect you chose. Did you have a bomb you really liked? Did you have a great record? I'm curious. Drop a comment in below. And again, thanks again for watching this video. Good luck at your local pre-release, and may the Force be with you.